Hello everyone, Lily Akers back once again with NASCAR 2005 Career Mode, episode number 5 today for the showdown with Jeff Gordon and the Dodge Raceway 150. The race with Jeff Gordon will take place on the Speedway Boulevard. It really isn't anything special. If you're a manual transmission, it really is quite easy to do. I'll just give you one lap around, just kind of give you an idea of what you can expect. Turn 1 and 2 is kind of like a bit of a chicane, not really anything too special. Leads out onto the back straight, or one of the back straights, into turn 3. Turn 4, you kind of want to brake for and maybe downshift a bit. Turn 5 onto the back straight. The second of 2 back straights. I cannot speak and shift at the same time, apparently. And turn 6. Up the hill. Brake into 7. Right into 8. Left into 9. Kind of a little mini S's there. And now we come to the big S's. Turn 8. Sorry, 10. 11, 12, and brake, and downshift for 13, 14, upshift into 4th, and that is a lap around Speedway Boulevard. Again, these showdowns are fairly easy. They do get a little bit more difficult as you go along. But as you can see, we have a pretty handy lead over Jeff Gordon already. About 5 seconds. I'm going to see if I can take this a little bit better. Yeah, maybe not worth braking into that corner there. I will be back in a moment once this is complete. So yeah, that was a pretty easy win at Speedway Boulevard over Jeff Gordon. It was like 12 seconds or something like that after all was said and done. Now we're at the Dodge Raceway 150 for qualifying. Bring the wedge down a bit. I'm going to bring the third gear up all the way. Let's kind of give you guys a little bit of an idea about what this track is about. I'm not really sure what track it takes after. I want to say it's a quarter mile. So I think it kind of takes after Bowman Gray to a certain extent, but just with a little bit of banking. It takes some getting used to in terms of setup, especially if you're not using assists. I remember I run limited assist, so I do get a little bit of a boost, but not with the speed. So as you can see, pole at 11.19. Laps go very quickly here, but as you can see, I am not that far up, and that is a problem. I don't really know what to change, so I think it's just more a matter of just picking and choosing my braking point, my liftoff points. I'm going to try shifting as well, just to see if that helps at all. I don't think it will. I do know for a fact, based off NASCAR 07, that if you take more of a straighter route in while you're slowing down into these corners, that's going to be better for your tire wear. So do make sure of that when you're playing Dodge Raceway Stadium, whether it be in career mode or in just single player mode, like a race now mode. That will help. Again, laps go very quick here. They're only about 11 seconds. And, of course, for those of you who know Bristol Motor Speedway very well, you know how fast things can happen there. Things happen even faster here. Now, for some reason, if the AI get too close to you on the straightaways, when they get in the corners, for some reason they... Please, don't let him inside. Don't let him inside! Don't let him inside! Oh, God. As I was saying, they will just randomly go up the track for seemingly no reason. Man, why can I not get this car to turn? Turn, darn you! Turn! This is like... See what I mean? They just go randomly up the track like that. It makes no sense. Okay, turn. This is like listening to Ed Soundhead complaining about how the NASCAR Legends mod on Wreckfest just doesn't turn. This thing just refuses to turn. And of course, I think that's all setup related. Now, kind of the good news with this track is if you're quick enough to go on pole, you don't really have to worry too much about them passing you so long as you put your car in the proper place. I mean, you've seen so far that if you plant your car right on the bottom of the track, the only time you really have to worry about them getting around you, why do they just gain 4/10 of a second lead? Okay. You know, like I was saying, the only time you really have to worry is if they get down your inside on a straightaway. Then you really just kind of have to hope that you're able to block. If you're not, you will be going backwards, and you'll be going backwards very quickly. You know, this is where something called the phrase parking the bus really does kind of take on a literal feel. Because in a way, this thing... Oh, God, don't do that. Because in a way, right now, this thing turns so badly, it kind of does feel like a bus. Even though I've never driven a bus. I don't know how I've... Oh, no, 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 don't do that. Please don't do that. I've been able to hold these guys off so far. I'm not sure I can do that for the rest of this race. That is going to be a ridiculously tall task. I'm going to try, but I guarantee you eventually here I will fail. I mean, come on, I'm practically 6/10 off my fast lap speed right now. For some reason, one thing about the AI that I noticed in this NASCAR 05 game, it's kind of similar to F1 2020. They don't really seem to be all that eager to really make a dive bomb down the inside. You know, from what I hear from individuals who play the F1 game like practically for a living, like Arif. By the way, shout out to you, Arif, for explaining all that stuff with F1 2021. I am so excited to play and see just how different it is from F1 2020. F1 2020 was the first F1 game I played, believe it or not, since Monaco Grand Prix, which came out for Nintendo 64, like a million years ago. Maybe I'll make a career mode out of that too. But right now I can't do that. And not just because I'm playing Nascar 05 career mode, but because our cable box needs replacing. But because we have so many other things going on as a family, we can't do that right now. But between trying to get the house sold, Mom working her church job, me working as a cashier at Acme Markets. By the way, if you're from New Canaan, make sure you go visit Acme. I would love to see you. The prices are fantastic. The people are very friendly. It's a great family store too. Please, no. I don't know how I just held that off. I've got one more lap to just do that though. And one guy to hold off. How I managed to hold them all off for practically that entire race. Oh my god, 1,000th of a second, 9th to 10th. And 5th to 6th. Huh. That's quite interesting. I don't think I've ever seen that before. I will never know how I managed to hold them off that long. That was scary. A lot of villain points this round because obviously it's a short track. Don't want anybody getting inside of you. Yay, I have somebody here to beat the living heck out of me. Yes, so you're mad. Yeah, big deal. Oh, just gonna go like that? I guess we were giving an interview at the time, huh? Oh, bunch of phone calls from Ace. Let's see. Charity event? Speaking of the standings, we'll take a look at that in a second. Owning a team, I will be starting that up at the end of the season. Now, with angry drivers, you have the choice of ignoring them or apologizing to them. Obviously, if you ignore them, they will be more likely to attempt to get into you for revenge in the next race or two, apologizing to them, which I'll decide to do just to try and keep myself neutral until you guys let me know if you want me to be a hero or a villain. So for now, I typically skip the charity races because really, or maybe I'll just do them off camera, I'm not really sure. But next part, we will have the Rockingham 150 at North Carolina Speedway. Until then, this has been Lily Akers. Enjoy your night, and goodbye.